Well, hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to All Things Retirement. In this video, we are going to explore a really important question that you need to be clear on before you get to your retirement date. And the question is, should your retirement transition be a toggle switch, you get to that date and you're fully retired, or should it be a slower transition? So I would encourage you to go through the questions that I'm going to share with you in a minute. It's a self-assessment to help you get much more clear on this question. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're posting content all the time on retirement income planning and various wealth planning topics. So if you don't want to miss content on the accumulation phases, the transition phase to retirement, or being retired, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now, let's take a look at the retirement transition and try to get some clarity on how yours should look. So let's take a look at that. And I'm going to walk you through a few different questions that will hopefully be helpful to you. Now, the way you want to go through this worksheet, and by the way, the worksheet, if you go to the show notes for this video, you'll find a link to our website where you can grab hold of the PDF of this worksheet. So each of these questions, you just rank it between 1 and 5, and then when you get to the end of this worksheet, just total it up, and it's going to give us some direction as to whether you should be toggle switch or gradual transition. So the first question is, I consider my work a mission in life. Now, some of us are very fortunate. It's that blending of, making a difference, you're working out of your purpose, you're really enjoying it, and you get energized. Work is a mission. For others of you, it's just a paycheck. So where do you put yourself on that 1 to 5 scale? 1 being, I don't really think it's a mission at all, to 5, yes, absolutely. I'm deeply energized by the work I do. So again, some people are depleted by the end of the week. Other people, they're energized. They just look forward to getting engaged in their day-to-day work. Where are you in that continuum? Middle of the ground, 1 or 5? Being 60 plus will not diminish my ability to deliver. So again, that's a question that connects to cognition, energy, overall health. But if you think that the probability is that you can still be pretty engaged in delivering and adding value, then you might be a 5. Maybe you're a little more pessimistic, you're a 1. I'm in control of my career choices. Now, some of us don't have a lot of flexibility in our work, but if you have that kind of flexibility, then you may be able to contemplate carving out a very customized career transition, which means that it doesn't have to be a toggle switch for you when you retire. So do you have a lot of control? You're a 5. Not a lot of control, you might be a 1. I have the say on how long I can work, and that's another one. Even though your organization may not have forced retirement ages, there's a lot of ageism still in the workplace. And so as you get to that 60 plus age group, many people feel a subtle pressure to kind of go out the back door. There's not a lot of great encouragement in their organizations. Other businesses are different, or organizations. So I feel very fortunate. The work that I do as a financial advisor, lawyers, accountants, often physicians, various self-employed professionals have a lot of say. If you have your own business, the same kind of thing. So where are you on that continuum, 1 or 5? I get bored without challenges in front of me. So that's something to be sensitive to. When you retire, it's not just playing golf every day. So you're going to need to have challenges. And for some of you, your work can be an ongoing challenge and an opportunity to make a difference gradually as you transition into retirement. I'm not waiting until late in life to do bucket list items. Okay, so again, that's a very important component. Some people structure the retirement planning where they're doing the bucket list items now, which may mean there's less money in the retirement portfolios when they get to 65. And so they're trying to strike this balance between living now while they have their health and energy and having a transition plan where they can still have some employment income to take the pressure off the investment portfolio to allow it to accumulate for longer periods of time. Okay, so go through that exercise, do your total. So if you score between 28 and 35, you're a candidate for driving on. This should not be a toggle switch decision for you. Don't plan on retiring. Save your money to ensure your autonomy and freedom to do what you want. So it doesn't mean you don't plan for retirement. You need to have some contingency plans. But you should be embarking on a process where you can transition over time and maybe continue to work, whether it's part-time or doing contract work. If you score between 21 and 27, you're a candidate for switching lanes. Think about finding some other track at some point in your life that allows you the freedom to do what you want to do at the pace you choose. So that's about being intentional around your career choices and your employment options. And you want to think about that much before retirement. You don't think about that the year out. So the ways that you can redefine your career, your profession, your work, so you have more flexibility in the things you want to do. And if you're between 7 and 21, you might be a good candidate for taking the off-ramp when you're financially able. There's no doubt that people can be in jobs that they don't like. It's a necessary evil. They work to get the income to do the things they like to do when they're not working. Or it might be a lot of stress in their work. So in that situation, doing the off-ramp and trying to find other ways of getting meaning, engagement, recreation, but not worrying about the employment contract component, not making it a gradual transition, might be the best option for you. Okay, I hope that that's helpful. Take some time to go through it. It's one of the pieces of retirement income planning. It's not just about money, it's also about the psychological aspects of this transition. Now, what I'd like to tackle now is, how is the balance in your life? So as you move into retirement, there are a few questions you need to be really thinking about, and you should think about these questions before you get to retirement. So there's 4 quadrants here. So there's meaningful engagements, time alone, playtime, time with others, sitting around, being active, spending too much, or afraid to spend. There's a balance here. So all we want you to do is rank where you are between 1 and 10, between these 2 extremes. So in the first quadrant, are you engaged in meaningful engagement? So that could be volunteer time, making a difference in the lives of your grandchildren, your family. There's all kinds of things that come into that meaningful engagement category. And what about playtime? So recreation might be golfing. It might be just focusing on you and the things that you want to do. So are you at 10, your heavy-duty playtime, or are you meaningful engagements? And the idea here is try to strike a balance. A good retirement and really a good life is a balance between meaningful engagements and playtime. Playtime, right? Recreation find its value, and we enjoy it because it's counter the regular things that we're doing. That's why we enjoy it. If all we're doing is golfing all the time, or whatever the recreational pursuit is for you, it begins to lose its luster after a while. Now, there's another one here, time alone versus time with others. Well, time alone and reflection and doing activities that you enjoy, that's important. But the relational and social aspect of our lives is extremely important too. And it becomes even more so when you retire, because we don't have those structures around us, like work as an example, or volunteer work when the kids are younger, to help us engage with others. So where are you right now, and where would you need to be doing? What do you need to be concretely doing before you retire, or even if you are retired, to begin building those relationships? A lot of people become isolated when they retire, and you want to push against that. Are you sitting around or being active? Again, leisure and having your schedule completely under your control is a wonderful thing, but you need to be building activities into your schedule. You need to be active. Part of that's a health issue, right? And it's very easy when you don't have accountability and things kind of pushing you in the direction of being active. So are you sitting around being active in your current journey or retirement? And what about spending too much and afraid to spend? So a lot of times people just have a bias between these 2 areas. It's really important to understand this bias and where you default to. And this is where retirement income planning and working with a wealth advisor is so critical, because they can speak truth into your current situation if you're spending too much, and give you the permission to spend a little bit more if you have the capacity to do that. And sometimes you need an objective third party to look at your situation to help you confirm that. Well, it's my hope that you found those questions helpful, at least to ponder a little bit. You want to begin pondering that before you retire. Again, if you want to get a hold of the worksheet that I just covered in this video, just click the link with the show notes for this video. It'll take you to the web page that has that download PDF document. As well, make sure you poke around our website, All Things Retirement, for the YouTube channel. There's a lot of great resources. And visit our website at humphreyswealthgroup.com. We have a retirement income planning service and some other free resources that you probably would quite enjoy. And if you're beginning to think about the fact that you should get a retirement plan, begin getting really focused and intentional around the planning area, the link will tell you to, take you to our page that talks about that service. Anyway, wishing you all the best in your retirement planning journey. You take care.